a Tum-Tum, my daughter had a horse that would get really excited before the horse show. As soon as you bathed her, she would have the runs. I mean, she was that horse that if you just opened her stall door in the back of the trailer, she'd just go get in. She did not stay at home. She'd go on the horse show. She loved it, loved it. And she would have, she had a lot of white in her tail. She was a chestnut, and she had chestnut outside, and then she had a white core. And so diarrhea was a problem. I mean, she would just have loose poops for about 2 days. So we would have to like put a OB glove on her tail when we bathed her. And so I did some research on what could I use to slow the tummy down and to absorb some of that, and to see if I could get that to be less of a thing, because it was a pain. Because she didn't really like the tail thing, so she'd go rub it out sometimes. And so that's actually how we started with Tum-Tum. And then I had a horse come in that had ulcers, and I put him on it. They went away in just a few days. Kept him on it, and he was one that had some anxiety, and his anxiety dialed back a lot when his tummy quit hurting. And with the wheat, one of the things that we would see frequently, because of trained horses, we would have horses come, is hind gut ulcers started to be a thing. Not only is that hard to diagnose, the best way to diagnose is if you get on and sit down and they want to leave because of the pain. And lower back pain is usually the best indicator, especially on the right side, because the colon comes up over the right. Or their right leg just is bad. Like, it's just bad because they have to lift up and you're on them. So those are some indicators of hind gut ulcers, because they don't, scoping it isn't really that effective. It's not that easy to scope. What my vet referred to as the death squirts. I opened the barn door one cold March morning, and I was like, oh, what is dead in here? I mean, I literally thought something had died in there during the night. And I go down, and the further I get down towards the broodmare stalls, the stronger the smell gets. And I mean, it was emanating from this stall, and I go over there, and there's little poopy squirts all over the wall, and her tail is just wet. I mean, just wet, and she was white, and she was 2 days old, so we know this is not anything hormonal, and she's a little listless. And I call the vet, and he comes out and he goes, oh, those are the death squirts. That's a dead baby. I said, oh, it is not. So I went and got that stuff, and I put it, I filled a syringe about that full. It was just a 60, and then put honey in it, and I put Pepto-Bismol in it, and I put, I think DMSO in it for inflammation. Shook it up, started giving it to the baby, gave it to her every 2 hours. About 10 cc's every 2 hours, and in 24 hours she didn't stink, and she wasn't squirting, and within 48 hours she went back to being a normal baby. And I kept her on it, but the best protocol to use is every 2 hours until it stops squirting, like until it stops running, and then back off, because you don't want to make them constipate and have to give them enemas. I did that once. It will happen. Because it absorbs all the toxins. And activated charcoal, which is one of the things in it, is negatively charged. And if you have food poisoning or sepsis, it will save your life. It absolutely will save your life. Because it's negatively charged, and it adheres to bacteria, and it drags them out of the body. So, so that baby, that was the first time that I saved a horse's life with it, and that's actually all I gave it. So I've had ones, and I have used antibiotics on some kind of ornery cases that just would go away, and then a week later they're back, and then go away. So I've used Metros for that, and I am absolutely not against antibiotics or modern medicine. I think everything should be used in balance, and just to know some things about your antibiotics, that they are going to set up an acidic environment within that horse's system, or your system, which is going to kill the good microbiome, the good ones that are protecting you. It's going to make the mucosa wall that protects things from getting out, because the stomach wall is very thin. It's a lot thinner than you think it is. And that mucosal wall is just salt and water, but it can't be acidic, or it loses its slipperiness. It loses the mucus. It's a mucus barrier. And the good microbiome, they have to have an alkaline environment in order to thrive. If it's acidic, they will die. It will kill them. And the bad guys all thrive in acid. All of them do. So if you're given an antibiotic or something like that, orally, bute, any of those things, always give something like this, because it protects them. Like I mix it with the bute. If I'm giving horse bute, I mix the bute with it and give them together, because it counteracts that acidity